Hello friends, welcome to my channel IT Career. I hope you guys are doing fine. And before I start our today's lecture, let us take a quick recap on the past few weeks lecture. In the lecture 1, we got to know about client-server architecture, where I discussed how the communication between the client and the server happens. What is client and what is server, and what are the load balancers, right? We came to know it. In lecture 2, we discussed about data center and what is cloud computing. We got to know about servers, virtual machines, etc. In lecture 3, we discussed about Google Cloud regions and zones. What are the zones and what are the details? Like they are actually data center in cloud space. So, without wasting time, let us dive into today's lecture, which will be on the cloud services model. And these are IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. Alright, I hope most of the guys already know what are these, but as I am doing this exercise of entire course, I have to let you know what are these services. There are a few more services newly introduced, like Kubernetes, container as a services, right? And ID as a services, IDaaS, like that, okay? But identity as a service. But these are the three: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. These are the main base fundamentals of the cloud computing services. So, what are these three model does in the cloud space? To me, frankly, if you ask me what are these are nothing but schemes from the cloud service providers. Like an insurance company provide us different kinds of schemes. If you give certain amount of money to them, to the insurance company, you will get that level of coverage. If your insurance premium is higher, then you will get more benefits and etc. This approach is not only benefit to the cloud service provider, but customers are also benefited based on their requirement and budget. However, in today's analogy, I'll be comparing this cloud service model with pizza as a service model. Yes, you heard it right. It's pizza as a service. This is also called as XaaS concept, where you don't need to worry about X. X can be infrastructure, or it can be platform, it can be software, and of course it's a pizza, right? Alright, so let us do one thing. Let us go to our whiteboard and let us see some pictures. Alright, now we are in the whiteboard, and here we'll understand what is this pizza as a service. And what is 2.0? Actually, there was a version before, and this 2.0, that version didn't work that well. So this version of pizza as a version, it fits into our cloud space very well. All right. So what are these three, colorful blocks? First of all, you see the color codings. You'll understand what is this color, blue, and what is green. So blue means you manage, and green means vendor manage. So you means as a you, engineer, or your company, right? A customer of the cloud provider. And vendor means like a vendor like Amazon, Google, Azure, Oracle, Alibaba, all these cloud vendors. All right. So now the first block. In the first block, what is this called? Also homemade. So as this is a pizza as a service, so we are not discussing here the technical terms. We are only talking about the pizza things, right? So you want to you have a party in home and you want to make a pizza. So you have friends coming and you'll have conversation, with the friends, right? Because it's a party. So your goal is to make a pizza, and you are very health conscious and you are very hygienic, so you decided not to go outside and order pizza. and you are ordering a pizza. You are making a pizza in home. So what you need for that? you need of course oven, right? And you need to have a gas connection or electric connection. You definitely have a fire. With a fire, how to bake, right? And definitely pizza dough and everything. Beer, okay, it's a party, so we're thinking it will have a beer, and you have friends over coming, and you have conversations will be going on. So these all things are in home, right? It is home, and you are managing everything. No one else you are hiring here. You're not ordering anything outside. All right. So that's why this is called homemade in pizza as a service. And in our technical term, let me try to do something whiteboarding here. All right. So in our term, these all you manage. Okay. So this is called on-premise. All right. And this is also this is managed by you. Understood? Now so this is a homemade pizza, and you made it from scratch. You managed everything by yourself. So this is nothing but a data center. Okay, data center, on-prem data center. Remember, data center, if we say the data center, it can be cloud. The cloud zones and all, these are also data center in the cloud space. So it is very important to say on-prem data center. All right. Now, let us move to the next block, IaaS. So what is this IaaS? So IaaS is called infrastructure as a service. All right. So in this one, you decided, okay, you are throwing a party and people are coming to your house. Okay. And you don't need to buy stuff like oven and electric gas. You don't, because it costs. You don't have those things, and you want to throw a party. Okay. And these are expensive things, and for one party you don't want to go you don't want to buy these things basically. So what you did, you rented a communal kitchen, and there oven and electric gas, the communal kitchen, they have provided you. What you brought, you have let me take a different color coding. You have you have fire, you bought pizza, you made beer, you have friends, you have conversation. So this is called infrastructure as a service, where you share the kitchen with others. And this kitchen is communal kitchen, right? So they have many other kitchens in the same building, so they have the facility also, and they have the oven, the gas, so other people are also. But here there is a security. Each of the oven and gas connections are separate. Okay, so remember that. So the utilities and oven, that are all provided. You don't need to worry about cooling and air conditioning, anything. Everything is managed by the vendor here. All right. Example of IaaS is a virtual machine. Okay, virtual machine in Google Cloud as well as Azure. In Amazon EC2. Okay, electric, cloud, compute. Compute. So for IaaS model, the service provider, if I say that this is definition, the service provider host, maintain, update, and the backend infrastructure. So the infrastructure, he is right. He has to maintain these things. So he has to update everything. He will maintain, update the infrastructure, like compute, storage. So compute, right? Compute is nothing but a virtual machine. We'll come to know about all these things in the future lessons. Storage. Okay, so these are all will be covered in the future lessons. So these compute, storage, networking, and virtualization will be managed by the provider. So here, let us not elaborate in the pizza as a service all the things. We are going to cover everything in the another picture below. We have it here. So let us concentrate on the pizza as a service now, before we go to the IT model. All right. So next thing is okay. Now you are thinking, okay, I have got the flavor of this IaaS. Now what is PaaS? So PaaS is platform as a service. Okay, platform as a service. So it is written here. I'm not writing again. Okay, platform as a service. So here, what cloud provider give you? They will give you the infrastructure, whatever there is to give in the previous one. This is one level up, by the way. Okay, platform as a service, one level up from the IaaS. So definitely you are getting the infrastructure like electric and oven, and they are also providing the fire and pizza. You don't need to bring your fire and pizza. You just need to bring your friend, and you have beer and you have conversation. Okay, so this is the classical example of I'm going to give the example of each one of these in the next picture. But I'm telling you here, app engine. So what you did here, you're not buying any, renting any, you are definitely renting the oven and gas and electric and pizza and fire, and rest of the other thing is you managed, okay, all the blue ones. Okay, so now the next level one is software as a service. So software as a service is what? Software as a service, you go to someone's house for a party, okay, or maybe you went to a pizza house, Pizza Hut. You went to a restaurant called Pizza Hut, or any pizza company. Okay, you went to a pizza company and you have friends over there. Everything, you just have a blast there. Okay, so problem in here, this is a very good one. The problem with this one is they have a set menu. Okay, the customization is limited. Okay, so you cannot customize how you want it. I'm not saying it is not possible. It is possible. So they have a menu card, suppose. Okay, so they have, the pizza. Okay, the pizza, you are asking, okay, I need chicken as a topping. Okay, they said, okay, you get it, sir. And then you said, okay, I need onion. Okay, they said, yes, you got it, sir. Then you said, I need black olive. Sir, this is not olive. This is not available, sorry, in our restaurant. Okay, so we will not be able to give you. And you ask, okay, if you don't have, can you give me mushroom? Sorry, mushroom. Okay, they say, sir, mushroom is also not available, sir. We can only provide you chicken. The chicken, onion, and pineapple. So then, yes, either what is your take on that? Your take on that is either you choose this this software as a service, whatever they provide, or you just say no. Okay, it is not meeting my business requirement, and you go to other provider. So if it is Amazon Web Services, so you said, okay, you're not giving me what I need. My business will not be, will not be benefited with the one you have in the menu. Either you have to customize. They are not that flexible to customize things, frankly speaking. But they does it also sometime. So you go to Google, or you just start shopping. Okay, different providers. All right. So let us go down into the actual picture. So you understand, guys, right? What is pizza as a service? It is like as like same as our infrastructure as service. Our IT model, right? So let us go to the next picture. which is also the same thing we are discussing, but little from IT perspective. Okay, so red is my favorite color, so I'm choosing red. All right, so first of all, the on-site. All right, on-site is nothing but on-prem data center. Okay, so where networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, data, application, everything you manage. Okay, you means the company, your end customer of the cloud provider. In the cloud IaaS model, where you are getting the networking, storage, server, virtualization, the facility. Okay, everything you get it from vendor, cloud provider, CSP, cloud service provider. Okay, you get it from them, and then you manage the OS and OS patching, all other thing. You're maintaining middleware, runtime, data, definitely yours, right? In any case, and then application you manage, you install the application. All right, so we'll talk about few examples of these. So the example of this one is what? Data center, right? Data center, on-prem data center. Few example of infrastructure as a service are like AWS. I should say GCP, actually Google's because we are in the Google Cloud training. GCP, Google Cloud, Azure. All right, they are the few example of infrastructure as a service. All right, now right, so what are the others? GKE, IBM Cloud, Rackspace. There are so many. Okay, but we'll concentrate on only these three cloud providers for now, as of now. Okay, because they are the main industry leader: Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, and Microsoft Azure. Next service is platform as a service. All right, I mentioned it before. What is platform as a service? Where you get everything from the cloud provider. Okay, you get everything from the cloud provider, like definitely the infrastructure, storage, server, virtualization. So till here you have, same as PaaS, AS, right? Till here. Plus you have these three more. You will get operating system, middleware, runtime. Okay, and you just run the application into that one, and data. You don't need to bother about anything else. The infrastructure is being taken care in the back end. Okay, like IaaS model, for the PaaS models, the service provider delivers and manage the backend configuration. Okay, so service provider, who is the service provider? They are going, like if you choose Google, right? Google, they are going to manages the infrastructure, backend infrastructure, everything, the patching and everything. However, PaaS models provide all the software features and tools needed for your application deployment. All right, they are going to provide you. And for an yes, but yeah, you need to still have to code by yourself. All right, you have to code yourself and manage your apps, data, and do not have to worry about managing and maintaining the software development platform. All right, everything this will be managed by your cloud service provider. All right, so now let me give you some example of PaaS. Let me go down and write it here. So the past example are very good example. Google App Engine. Okay. All right. What are that's okay. Let me write it here. Okay. App Engine, and then you have AWS. You don't need to remember these things. Lambda, and then you have SAP Cloud. If you know about SAP, I'm going to cover SAP in my future lessons. I mean, future not lessons, future training program after the cloud, Google Cloud maybe. Okay, I'm expert in SAP area. So, and of course in this also. Yeah. So that's about App Engine. So now let us talk about SaaS. Okay. So SaaS is nothing but your a party in you are going to attend in someone else's home, as you mentioned in the pizza as a service, right? Or you are going to the restaurant and you enjoy the pizza there. You get everything from the cloud. Okay. So you get everything from the cloud. They have a set of customization is very limited, but you can have if the software they are providing, if it is meeting your requirement of the business, you can definitely go with that one, right? For example, what I remember, SAP Success Factor. Okay, this is a module for HR and recruiting. Okay, from SAP. All right, so this is one of the there are so many. So now every day, guys, you are using the SaaS solution from the cloud provider. Like from Google itself, we have Gmail, we have Google Drive, Google Photos, Google Workspace, so many Google services, right? Workspace. Okay. And then we have Salesforce. If you know about it, Salesforce, it's a CRM system, Salesforce. Okay. So Dropbox, we have Dropbox. So these are all Microsoft Office 65. Everybody use it, right? Microsoft Office 365. So you see when the in your office or anywhere Microsoft Office has a local version, but it has a SaaS solution also. Whenever you have in your office Microsoft 365, right? It is in the cloud. Anything you save, you don't need to save in the in your local drive. It can save it in the cloud and you can access it anytime. So these are the different SaaS solution. All right. So with the SaaS service model, the service provider delivers the entire application stack, the complete application and all the infrastructure needed to deliver it. Okay, as a customer, all you have to do is connect to the application through the internet, and the provider is responsible for everything. All right, so this is SaaS solution. Okay, now we are done with the whiteboarding and all. Let us go back to our PowerPoint and try to understand a few few theoretical things, and then we are done for today. See, these are very, very, easy, guys. This is not, rocket science or anything. Very easy. I would say the cloud itself is very easy. It's not very tough. If you just follow the how I'm teaching, it's very, very easy. Anyone can understand what is cloud and all. Okay. So IaaS explained it, how it works. IaaS is a cloud computing. Cloud computing is when you rent access to cloud infrastructure resources as individual services from the cloud service provider. Okay, including servers, virtual machines, networking resources, and storages. Okay, so this is on-demand things you needed from the cloud provider. IaaS helps eliminate much of the complexity and cost associated with building and maintaining physical infrastructure in an on-premise data center. These are already discussed in our data center and cloud lecture. I don't need to explain once again, right? The cloud definitely reduce the complexity. The cloud service provider is responsible for managing and maintaining the infrastructure. So you can concentrate on installing, configuring, and managing software and keeping your data secure. So they are going to maintain the software, infrastructure and managing, right? They are responsible. We mentioned it before. All right, like this one. They are maintaining the software, the infrastructure. The IaaS provider also offer additional services such as detailed billing management, logging, monitoring, storage resiliency, and security. Okay, we are going to discuss all this billing management, logging, monitoring, security resiliency, and storage resiliency and security in the future lessons, and they are very important. Billing management is particularly important. Monitoring is also important because you don't need to pay more. You should not be billed over budget, right? Everybody has a budget. Although it is company or personal people, you have a budget. You should not be overbilled. So billing management and login monitoring is that important for you. You don't need to pay something you are not responsible, okay? And maybe not using it. Maybe some VM is running for months and nobody using it. If you're not using it, shut it down, not delete, shut it down, and so that your compute will not be compute resource will not be built. Okay, so always remember, you can access IaaS resource using pay-as-you-go basis, allowing you to only pay to consume the resources that you need. As I just mentioned, right? Pay as you go. So if you don't need the VM, just shut it down, stop the VM. Whenever you need it, start it again, right? In other words, you can easily increase or decrease resources. We mentioned it multiple times. Scalability, allowing you to pay less when needed and instantly provision and scale out resources to meet new demand. You can scale out or you can instantly provision. It doesn't need that time. Now the question is, do you need IaaS? One of the primary reasons businesses choose IaaS is to reduce their capital expenditure and transform them into operational expenditure. So capital expenditure means you are paying upfront, okay? And IaaS provides storage, compute, networking option that don't require them to purchase and maintain vast private server rooms that take up a lot of energy and space, right? Definitely, we mentioned it multiple times. IaaS, infrastructure as a service, you're taking it from the cloud. You don't need to build up your data center, and maintaining the data center, the space is one thing. The renting the space or building the space, consuming a lot of energy. Not only the servers are consuming energy, you have to provision the air conditioning, heating, cooling, all things, right? So it has a cost. It's a very, very big cost. If you have unpredictable workload volume and need more swiftly in response to business fluctuation, you might also turn to IaaS as a cost-effective way to support your operation. All right. If your organization experiences any of the following, you are probably a good candidate for the IaaS. So what are those? High business growth, which is good, right? That outspaces infrastructure capabilities. So you have your on-prem and your business growth is so much, but you don't have that capacity to expand it, to scale it. So yes, that time go to IaaS, cloud, so that it will be scalable within minutes, right? Within seconds. Unpredictable spikes in demand and for infrastructure services. So that's unpredictable demand, right? spikes in the demand. So demand, it may be high or low every time, but if it is predictable, it's good. But when it is unpredictable, it's not good, because you need infrastructure for those things. Today it is, you have 100, tomorrow it can be 110. It's fine. You should be able to accommodate that. But if tomorrow is 300, no, that is something we should consider. You cannot buy something for 300, right? And maybe after day after tomorrow it will come back to 50 or 100 again. So that is a wastage, right? That means you are a good candidate for IaaS. Means if it is 300 also okay for few, in the future, few days, you provision it from the cloud. Okay, it came back to 100, right? After 300, you just scale out, just hand over the server to IaaS, or stop it for the time you're not using it. When you need it, start it, right? So that is a good candidate. Low utilization of existing infrastructure resources. Okay, and what does that means? You are not using your infrastructure. You have a big infrastructure and you are not using that much. So that is a wastage, right? So in that case, what do you do? Go to cloud. How much you need, buy it, and then just pay that. You don't need to rent it for more. I not buy it. I mean to say I rent it. Okay. Now fourth point is large volume of data that overwhelm on-premise data store. Okay, large volume data is on-premise for data stores. Okay, so if you have that thing, large volume data, so in that case also your I think cloud is better than that, right? Better than on-premise system. Slow response time in on-premise application. It may be due to your network. It can be your old hardware. Okay, it's time to replace. So maybe that time cloud need to be considered, so that cloud you will not be able to see these things, because you choose your data center in your nearby your region, right? So they promise a good response times of the applications, okay, and the performance. Application performance limited due to capacity constraint and slow hardware refresh cycle. Hardware refresh cycle means in your data center maybe you are not upgrading your or refreshing your cycle, your hardwares. So every hardware also has a expiry, like every medicine has an expiry or food item has an expiry. So hardware also has an expiry. So after a certain time you need to replace them. In on-premise system you have to replace by yourself, and that has take lot of money, right? Millions. So in that case, cloud is the best option. You don't have to worry about my hardware is getting expired in another week, 6 months, or maybe 2 years. You don't have to worry and keep your money for that one, right? Just use it. Those headaches will be gone with the IaaS. All right, guys. I think with that said, I'm done for today with IaaS PaaS and SaaS. I hope you understand the concept of all these three. And if you still have any doubt, these are very easy. If you still have a doubt, ask me anytime in the comment section in the video. And please subscribe to the channel, guys. Let the channel grow, so that I'll be motivated and I'll create more videos for you. And I'm promising you I'll create more videos on demand. Okay, you are going to learn a lot of things in this one. I don't think this detail level anyone can teach, and I can go more detail into that one. And if I miss anything, we are human beings. I don't have any script to read out from that. Whatever I tell you, I teach you. Everything is from my mind. Maybe I forget something. If I forget something, then I'll cover it in my next lecture. And or you can still, if I forget, then you can write it down. Can you just take care of this concept, or something you didn't understand? I can be available just a click away or a comment away from you. Thank you so much for watching my today's lecture. I hope you liked it. If you like it, please subscribe and like the video, and also share with your friends and family, or any other people who are really interested to learn about new technologies. Thank you so much for your patience. Have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.